Good evening, everyone, and welcome to episode 30 of Malt Magic. As I shift the wrong way there to try and get myself centered on camera, I should have sorted that pre-stream, but fuck it, we're live. So, yes, welcome to episode 30, and thank you again for joining us. We are very, 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 very pleased to be joined once again by our friends from Homie and the Dude. So we will give Tom and Bodhi a big hello in just a minute. So thank you for them joining us for another episode, and hopefully seeing out part of the at least this arc. What else do I have to speak about? Yes, let's run down our usual thank yous and shout outs, of course, because there's a fair few. So all of our virtual tabletop and mapping tools, which are Incarnate, Owlbear Radio and Dungeon Alchemist. Then there's the sort of token creation, character creation, visual stuff that we do with Hero Forge. It's been a long Monday, folks. I'll get my words out eventually. And then, yes, of course, thank you to D&D Beyond for all things D&D character management, encounter builders, source books, all of that sort of shit. It's all there, so go check them out if you're not already. And then there's the DM's tools that I use in the background. So Kasoon 5e Magic Shop, 2 Minutes Tools, the Thieves Guild, and World Anvil. Any of the musical tracks you will hear, you should be able to hear one right now, are courtesy of either Tabletop Audio or BattleBards. We are still partnered with BattleBards, so please go and check out their version 2 of their service now. You can go set yourself up with a subscription. I believe we did give a subscription away. I will probably speak to them again about potentially getting a second subscription for somebody. So you can go check out all that goodness, get your own sound effects, musical tracks, ambiances, all of those cool things to make your tabletop games more immersive. What else is there to speak about? You can see all the social media links along the bottom there, so please come and follow us on Twitter or X, Instagram or Threads, Twitch and YouTube. For any of you watching live on Twitch, feel free to drop us a follow. And if you do enjoy it so much that you wish to subscribe, we will be eternally grateful. Of course, if you're on the YouTube channel and watching this after the fact, thank you for joining us. Thank you for supporting us on there. Again, please like and subscribe on YouTube so you don't miss any of the notifications. Ring that bell, all of those cheesy notifications that I could talk about. And of course there is the TikTok channel as well. I've been a bit lax on social media this week after doing sort of a 2-week burst on social media, so I'll get back to that. And we'll make sure there's plenty of fresh content on there, but please go and follow us across those platforms. And of course, if you're not on the Discord channel, then, or the Discord server even, then you absolutely should be, because that's where all the things are, from fan art to theories to sort of campaign spoilers, if you like, or campaign threads, and also some homebrews from the DM from campaign 1. As I said, I'm not doing any of the campaign 2 homebrews because I need to keep them somewhat mysterious, but all of the homebrews from campaign 1 will eventually get posted. So go and check them out, and then you are free to use them where you wish. So, yes, two big thank yous this week, of course. So the first one to Tom Bodhi. Ugh, fuck me. I'll get my words out again in a minute. Let's have another sip of whiskey. So, big thank you to Tom and Bodhi for joining us again. And yes, shout out to their Kickstarter. If you've not supported it yet, there is only a little bit of time left now, folks, so please go and support them. Quick link to get there is moltenmagic.co.uk/HATDKS. That's HATDKS, coming up on screen now. So please go and show that some love. Get all the goodies, everything from the shipbuilder to the actual hard copy, because everybody wants a hard copy of that, not just the PDF version. And there's all sorts of extra goodies in there in terms of potential tokens and STL files, so go have a look, go check it out, make sure you support them. And the second thank you is to the Eldritch Press, who are supporting our giveaway for this evening. Yes, that's right, folks, we're not just doing one giveaway last week, we are rolling over some giveaways to this week. So we talked about their Into the Veil Kickstarter last week. I have had a very good conversation with Fletcher at the Eldritch Press, and he is giving away 2 copies of Into the Veils when it launches. So we will be doing that giveaway at the break, at least one, and then maybe the second one next week, depending on how many people we get. But yes, if you want a chance to win anything giveaway wise, you must be live with us on Twitch. So apologies to anybody who is on the podcast or YouTube, but please do come join us on Twitch on a Monday night. And I think with that waffling, that is almost it, because I forgot to talk about the podcast itself. which is available on multiple platforms, so please go and check it out. Thank you to all support on that platform, and if you can, just leave us a little rating or a review, that will help there. So yes, I will shut up for the next sort of 30 seconds as we watch our intro and then say hi to the folks behind the screen, so to speak. But yes, my usual warnings do apply. There will be adult language and most certainly adult humour. You have been warned. Let's roll.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
And as I said in the intro, welcome once again to Tom and Boats from Homie and the Dude. Thank you guys for joining us again on a Monday night. We had a lot of fun last week. I think everybody had a lot of fun last week. So yes, it is going to be another good one, hopefully. But before we descend into chaos, because we always descend into chaos, let's run down the lineup very quickly. So I am Matt. I am, as always, your Dungeon Master for this evening, and also playing the existential crisis that is Cog, and the sidekick character of Callum Verfleur.
Hello, I'm Dave, and I'm playing Jewel of Shadows, the female tabaxi rogue.
And I am Danny, and I'm playing Lex Ordo, the UNT sorcerer.
Tom, you want to take it?
Sure, I am Kavan Buckland, and I am playing... No, actually, I'm Tom. I'm playing Tom tonight. No, I'm playing Kavan Buckland, who is a barbarian.
Amazing.
Male.
I am Bodhi, and I am playing Edgious Bones. He is a bard sorcerer. Let's kill it.
Thank you very much. And yeah, well done, Tom. You are Kavan playing a person in real life. Don't worry, we've all been there. We've all done that on this very stream. Each one of us has done that, so you're just the next in the line.
I feel so much better now.
I am the Dungeon Master, and I will be Matt for the evening. Yeah. Oh, good stuff. So, last week was a lot of fun. It was our 3-year anniversary, which we celebrated and gave away our little dice tower, which I will speak to JK and get posted out. This week's been crazy, so I apologise, JK. We will get that out for you as soon as possible. In terms of the story, we had returned to Morse Taesi, or More Tasty, as it has been rebranded as of last week. And our characters were trying to figure out where to go next. What do they do? Who do they speak to? How do they find these 3 very, very mystical, bizarre items? And mysterious items, I should say. And you were discussing this in a tavern, having returned from the fritzing portal, I will call it. The broken portal. And we're having a quiet discussion, or supposedly quiet discussion, around the 3 items, which were this flower that sort of seemingly blooms in the light of the moon, this grass infused or something infused with the. I've forgotten them again. With the it's dew infused with laughter. Sorry, we'll get there. Morning dew infused with laughter, and then the crystal. That is always the one I forget for whatever reason.
It's not bothered
Will
looking
get
for
in
it.
my
We'll just
brain.
leave that one out.
I create.
It's clearly not
I was
important.
gonna say. I created all 3 of these items, and there's just one that I forget every week. And then there was the star-touched crystal. As you were discussing these, 2 people also in the tavern had overheard the conversation, and it had piqued their interest. So Kavan and Aegeus sort of made themselves known, so to speak. There was a moment where Kavan and Jewel sort of locked eyes in a total non-romantic way, just of sort of a "what the fuck are you looking at?" And that was where
It was
the
entirely
conversation went.
plutonic. I honestly.
Absolutely, entirely platonic. There was a lot of butthole metaphors and colonics and all sorts for a while, which was awesome. And eventually we decided we would rest for the evening after getting Callum very drunk. And in a moment, as Callum sort of nudged the 4 of you, or nudged the table, all 4 of you gently brushed against each other in a totally non-sexual way and had a joint shared vision, which showed you potentially the location of something. Rested up for the evening. Decided to then go and confront the elders again, having not got a lot of information from them, and got a little bit combative with them when you did see them, but got the information out of them eventually, with Sylara deciding to, you know what, let's just give them something, let's give you guys something, there's no point in us just sat here being arseholes for the whole time.
Had nothing
and
to do
so
with the
they
fact
gave you-
that for 3 weeks we'd totally forgotten what the fuck we were doing. Like, I had nothing to do with it at all. Promise.
It's all good. We'd had a little break, but we are back. And then you decided to set off. So you were heading northwest out of Morse Taesi, and that was pretty much where we left it, with you guys having grabbed rations and your items and anything you needed, and then set out into the forest and the woodland of the Dryamirian region. So before we start on our journey, is there anything anybody wishes to do or say or conjure or scratch?
Above
Bodhi.
table, are we still on the little island, or have we crossed
You
the
are,
water and
yeah.
we were still on the island? Beautiful.
Still on the island for now, yeah.
That's a good point.
Perfect.
Let me. I mean, I know that we've possibly all got. Let me just get up the map and I'll put it up on screen just in the next minute or so we can all see it.
That's all good.
Shout. Good shout.
Great shout.
It's all on the heading northeast.
Yes,
That's all I got.
so we are heading northeast. I will show this. As a prerequisite, Jewel and Aegeus obviously had that mini conversation. Aegeus being very interested about what happened to Jewel. On the road in the coming sort of hours, Aegeus would find that if we ever went up to Jewel, or heading in the direction of Jewel, she would suddenly find someone else to talk to, or something very interesting. All right.
Is the crescendo building to a big suspenseful point you're about to make?
No, I don't know why that's so friggin' loud for a change. I've no idea.
It's all good.
It's just all
Like, as you
fun
were
and
talking
games.
to me, you just went, duh. Someone's
And
like,
suddenly I stab Lex in the heart. No.
Roll initiative.
Yeah. So yeah.
Cool.
Aegeus would find it quite difficult to catch Jewel's eye. She does have a fairly high perception, so she is. Possibly, I don't know whether you want to know, you might find that you'd know that's kind of obvious she's trying to avoid you.
I was once very good at reading people with my eyes, and I definitely feel
Less so now.
hurt. Little bit hurt, yeah, a little bit hurt by all of this, but also, you know, with the same understanding that that look, hey, it's gonna take time. Took time with me and Kavan, took time with my dad, took time with my other friends. You know, you got to build a relationship. So I'm just going to stay the course. You know, when I find the opportunity, I'll still be poking my head in, seeing when's the right time.
Very good. So we do, and you do have this map as well in game, so to speak. One of the players has got sort of rolled up map, which you've been making marks on throughout the journey. So the ancient battlefield, for example, is marked on there. I've clearly not sent you the updated version yet, Dave, which has got the location of the Feywild Gate. But yes, you roughly, you know where the Aethenir Peaks are, which are those peaks you can see just to the top right of the map here. So you know roughly you need to be heading in that direction to try and find where this...
Okay, sorry, to clarify then, the conversation we did have with the elders, they did mention that it was at the bottom of those peaks. Is that we therefore do fully understand we are having to cross the short strait to get to more land then, yeah?
Yes.
For the boat.
Foreshadowing of a hilarious boat ride coming up. Just going to put that out there. I mean...
I am
We don't have a good
excited.
track record with water or crossings of bodies of water.
I'm not super buoyant these days, I'll be honest with you.
Oh, cool. Well, we have an anchor, so that's all right.
You can just do the Pirates of the
does come
Caribbean
up
and just
in-
walk across the bottom.
Yes.
Exactly. Have you ever seen Pirates of the Caribbean? That's
Yeah,
me.
of course we have.
Exactly. That's me.
That's exactly it. Actually, Kavan asks Lex about this crossing. As you know, last couple of hours and even day, Kavan senses that he might have a connection with Lex, but I'm not sure or not. There's been sort of an unspoken energy that he feels like might be interesting to explore. So just in passing and just small talk, says to Lex, so yeah, have you been up into these Aethenir Peaks? Because I think I know I have, but just I don't know. Have you?
I think you can consider yourself way more traveled than me when it comes to this continent. I came from the Oblivion Isles to the west, and then I spent most of my life not on this continent, so I'm just recently back, and I've literally just been to Thalisser and Zumkar. So this is my first voyage towards the peaks. So
Okay.
I'm gonna follow your example, if that's okay.
Well, no, it's I stumble around. It's not any. I don't have an expertise. I just feel like I've traveled some ground because I don't know if I mentioned, but I travel a bit rough. I don't have a home. I don't have a home. No, I don't have a home. So, yeah, I guess I've been to places. But I guess on that note, how did you cross? How did you get to the island? Oh, is that just we're going to take a little passage boat across, or any?
Yeah. So I have a magical boat in my bag that shrinks and enlarges when we need it to, so we can then use that to get across the water, hopefully.
Like a raft or like a log type.
Like a rowboat. Yeah.
A rowboat. That's
Yeah.
that is fucking amazing. In your bag.
Yeah, an unreliable gnome casts some unreliable magic on it, so it worked when we tried to use it the first time, so I'm hoping it'll work the second time. There's just a magical word that we need to know.
Yeah. And there's room for all of us.
Yeah. We got 3 of us on it last time, so actually, yeah, there should... I'll double check, actually. Is it big enough for 5 people?
It's going to be a squeeze.
It might be an intimate crossing.
I can walk.
Yeah.
You can.
On water?
What do you mean?
You can walk on water?
Sorry, I completely forgot we were talking about water. My bad. No, yes, you're right. I will have to sit on the boat at minimum. Yes, indeed.
Yeah. We can always... but like I said, we might have to sit on top of each other somewhat, but unless Callum, you can fly.
Callum.
No.
I'm assuming you're there, Callum.
Callum is here. He's just been sort of wandering behind, letting you all chat, and he's just sort of enjoying the woodland, enjoying the forest. And as he hears his name, he's just gonna sit and no, I can teleport short distances, but fly, no.
Well,
Kind of like a Bluetooth signal. Short distances.
You've
but
got
not-
blue teeth.
I see a man with blue teeth once.
Yeah. I mean, it's something that
I never noticed.
if I don't wash for a period of few days, they turn different colors, but blue might be one of them at some point. Yeah.
Callum
If I
at
had,
this
like,
point
a
is
man
just
of-
going to whisper something and blows towards Kavan and cast minor illusion, and your teeth begin to just glow blue.
Which I don't really notice and can't tell because I can't see my own teeth. So I'm just talking away. But oftentimes, if I'm eating,
Jewel
a
definitely
fruit-
smokes.
Yeah. Definitely conceited laughter, giggles.
What's so funny?
Your face. More specifically, your teeth.
My teeth, my face.
They're
they're-
glowing blue.
They're blue, man. They're blue.
No, they get blue when I eat, like a bluish fruit or something like that. But that happens after a few days. I just brushed my teeth this morning, so of course, and I haven't had anything to eat, so that wouldn't be the case, of course. But that's a funny one.
I'm gonna walk over to a puddle and point at it and go, no, come have a look. Come have a look.
Wait, was the talk about? No, I started the talk about Bluetooth. So
Did you will it into existence that you're a magic user?
If you believe something, it is strong enough to bring it to life. That is very powerful of you, Kavan.
Wow.
I'm kind of
that's
leering
insane.
around. I look at Aegeus to see if I get any cues on.
Hey, weren't me, bro. Hey, you would know if it's my magic. You would feel it, because it's that special. It's got that that razzle dazzle.
It penetrates you.
Yeah. What?
And
what
we are
Lex
back to
said.
the end of stuff. That is wonderful. Callum, well done.
Callum,
Just consider
let me
it a little bit of payback for the shots.
Callum, where do you hail from? Your accent seems peculiar to the area. Where doth thee hail from, thine Callum?
Well, I suppose we are beyond the company of unwelcome ears. So, as I said, I have spent a significant period of time amongst the Fey in the Feywild. But prior to that, I spent my younger days, up until the age of about 6, in a village on an island to the east of Nylin. Was overrun with zombies. Lost all of my family. Rescued, so to speak, by some heroes, and was adopted by a half-orc who went missing. That's kind of where
really
I'm
jumped
at,
from
is
0 to
trying to
100
find
there
them.
pretty quick.
That's a rough start. But it seems like you've really towards the middle here. You're starting to find your stride a little bit.
Well, the Fae've been good at tempering emotions.
Aegeus is going to walk over and with a kind of sharp little tap on the shoulder is just going to say, "Look, man, I think it's all you. Faye, Shmay, you seem like you're a great guy." And I'm going to give him Bardic Inspiration.
Nice.
Nice.
While you're doing that, I'm trying to rub off. I don't know what's going on, whether I do actually have blue teeth or not, but
Callum will
I
just
actually-
click. And they're gone.
Yeah. And well, before he clicked, I used my magic awareness to just see if I could sense anything. I'm getting a little bit. I don't know if the word's paranoid, but I'm getting a little bit. I don't know, quizzical. Wondering what's going on because it just seems random that I mentioned it and here we are.
Make me an Arcana check with advantage, then, please.
Arcana is 14 minus 2 is a 12.
12. You can feel, as you do your sort of have that magical awareness, you can feel the illusory magic that is around you. So your teeth feel normal, but you can almost feel that buzz, almost like static in the air of the arcane energy, which is just hovering almost like millimeters, if that, above your actual teeth, giving it the effect that they were blue.
Yeah, and as I feel that, I take a moment to consider, okay, am I going to just keep this to myself in a bit of just additional information, or am I going to spout? So I say, hang on a second. Look, I'm not going to cause any... And I'm up for a joke. Jokes are fun as long as they're not, I guess it was a joke, and that's fine, but it's kind of nice to just say, hey, we gotcha. That would be fun to say that, because otherwise the person that's being joked on is being made fun of without knowing it, and that is probably beyond the intent of the joke. Does anyone understand what I'm saying? And I'm just looking around at everyone right now.
I get your meaning, Kavan.
Have we overstepped a social protocol? Is that what we've done as a group?
It was definitely meant as a joke, Kavan. I'm sure Callum over here, wise, intelligent guy, maybe didn't come across like so. We were all aware. We thought you were aware that it was a joke as well. Apologies,
okay.
dude.
It's cool. It's cool.
Please accept my apologies, darling.
Yeah, it's
Please accept my apologies.
What did
from Kavan with the K to Callum with the C.
Just me?
Apology accepted.
Very good.
Okay.
Well, shall we continue on then as friends
Kavan.
and allies and no more jokes?
Kavan,
No. Let's let them flow. Let's. We're talking about northeast is where we're going. We're going up to the mountains.
It seems like the path kind of goes round two trees and kind of separates a little bit. Left or right? What are you feeling?
Can we see the peaks from where we are in the distance on the horizon mountains?
You have gone now into the forest, so being able to see up, you can see patches of sky, but you're in the canopy now, so it's difficult to now see the mountains.
I think, Aegeus, as long as we are heading in the roughly right direction, we will come to the water first. So let's hope that comes what way.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, this has been rootin' tootin' fun. Do you guys want me to play any sort of music while we're going? And he's going to just tap his loot on his front.
I have one thing I will do is I've learned from past mistakes, and I think it's worth giving us some extra protection for our travels. So I will, thinking Kavan, he'll be able to handle himself, looking at, knowing me and Joel often die, and Aegeus is a scrawny looking guy, I will give us all aid for the day, which is, I'll cast it at 3rd level so we get an extra 10 hit points.
Oof.
Okay.
Daddy. Oh, damn.
That is nice.
So what was that? Joel, Lex, and Aegeus, was it?
Aye.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Not that we'll need it.
Or Callum.
I'm just foreshadowing because we probably will just drowned, and then that'll be under the stream.
43 hit points of damage of drowning.
Straight to the bottom. I pull out my little hand drum as well. And as I heard Aegeus pull out his lute, and I pull out my hand drum, it's just a small little drum as well, and I just start kind of tapping it a little bit to see if Aegeus is going to kind of lead us into anything.
Aegeus rips out his lute and kind of starts strumming along, and as he's going, he's like, "We're on the train to Dwymere, aboard the Lexboat Express. We'll hit the stops along the way, the only stop for the best." And that'll just be us walking through, I imagine.
And I have trouble finding the beat because it is a little bit not the most melodic ballad of a lyric, but
Well,
It's rock, baby. It's rock. You got to just find your own rhythm. Let's go.
while Kavan and Aegeus are playing, I would walk up to Lex. Joel will walk up to Lex. So, Lex, we have spent the last few weeks in the debt to everyone who has been helping us. Not to say that it's changed, but I certainly think that our last encounter with the Elders has certainly given me the eye that we are no longer indebted to everyone who helps us, and now we have something to return. We do not need to take things at face value and beg and borrow and steal our way forwards here. How long that lasts. But do you agree? We are now...
I think what I've learned in the past couple of days is we do have something to offer. We are not groveling for help. We are trading our services for theirs. And I think we need to be more confident in that.
I think it is both enlightening and quite scary. Shows the... what is the word? The fragile nature of life, but you and I know more about the issues that are going on than many other people we have met. Yeah. We are the ones piecing it all together, and that, like I say, is great and frightening at the same time. So
we need to leverage that.
I agree. I have come from one who was... I have simply led a simple life. I have hidden in the shadows, and now, unfortunately, I have to be the one with the information. And I'm not easy with it, but I certainly saw that it was the wrong way to go to just be sitting here and saying, yes, thank you, ma'am, and all this lot.
Yeah. It's logical to be more bold and brazen with our requests.
Yes. After all, I died a week ago.
For the third time?
I lost count. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
I
overhear the conversation, just a little bit of it, and I just kind of over my little beating of the drum, and I say, unless you are too bold and brazen and you get your face beat in, I'm not saying that's happened to me, but it could happen. So,
I mean, what?
I'm just going to look at Kavan's face to see if he's got any scars or like a broken nose or something.
Does he?
So if he says,
dude, look at my nose, and it's an easy answer.
so you're telling me you've never been hit in the face, but your face is telling a different story.
I'm being non-committal. I'm just saying, look, guys, it's just something to consider. If you're asking if I've taken a beating, have I taken more than I've given? Yeah, if you count my childhood, a lot more.
There is always the risk.
Second that feeling.
There is always the risk that we will go from one end of the gauge to the other, and then find a middle ground. So, quite possibly, I aim not to. But at the same, if you try and meet that middle ground, sometimes you will end up exactly where you were. Who knows? All this is going to be that if anyone tries to get in our way, it is either going to be their downfall or ours.
Yeah.
Aegis has just walked ahead of you guys in his own head, just like he's in the middle of like an acoustic loop
fucking knee drop air guitar.
He's just absolutely just going off as he's walking ahead of you guys.
Look up the hill to this silhouette.
like Bill and Ted.
Yeah,
exactly.
And then you get ambushed by bandits because you've alerted everyone to our presence. And then
yeah. Suddenly just bandits throw out at edges.
Very good.
Yes.
So you continue on your journey for a number of hours. And in fact, probably after a couple of hours, you meet the coastline and figure out if you follow the coastline north, you'll be at a better position to cross in the direction you want to go. and eventually it gets to around midday when the coastline begins to angle off, and you think this is probably now the point to cross. So you can either, in fact, I'm going to say you all now settle down and have your midday repast, your rations and your lunch, and take a moment to just sort of have a breather as you think about now how you're going to cross this strait, as it's been called. And there are waves to this coastline. It's pretty much the sea has coming through this delta and then flooded around, making this small islet in the dry Mirian. I don't know what to call it. My geography is shit tonight. But in that region, and surrounding that island where Julin and Morse Taesi are, and then eventually it becomes time to figure out how you're going to cross.
During that time, as it's the first time we probably sit down, can I take, if we're down for say an hour, for Jewel to practice a bit with the longsword, I think it is. It's a longsword.
Mm-hmm.
It spends about 20 minutes about 40 minutes just getting used to using something like this again. She did learn from a brief amount from the serpent's cloak that she passed through with a couple of weeks. So she learnt a little bit with this, and just trying to get used to the balance of the sword. Remember all the things, so turning the blades to block and all this lot. She will then spend about 20 minutes looking at it. She was told it was a real piece, so she's trying to get an understanding as to why this is such an amazing piece and get used to it. In that time, hopefully she can, if required, attune.
So you can attune in that time.
While that's happening, Callan...
And you...
Oh, so go ahead.
I was going to say, you will attune to a defender longsword.
Nice.
Oh.
Very nice.
I just go up to the coastline, and I start looking for little flat rocks. And as I'm collecting a few of them, the ones that I feel like are about the right size, I start flipping them, skipping them across the water, just as I did when I was taken on a trip as a kid, as part of the boys' home that I grew up in. And just flipping them across the water, just seeing what the waves are doing, seeing how far the other side is if I can see it, trying to get as many skips as I can from a rock, kind of harkening back to my youth.
Can I ask you to make me a dexterity check, actually, rather than a strength check?
Oof. 7 dex. That's a 9.
A 9. So you try for finesse with the first one and just... and it just drops straight into the water. You sort of shake your head around, roll your shoulders a bit, and then pick up the second one, and this time think... Nah, fuck it. Let's go for brute strength. Roll me a strength check. Straight strength check.
That's a crit fail. That's a 1. Well, actually, 1 plus 6. So my strength is 6, so it's a 7.
So this time you get sort of, oh, fuck it, I'm just going to... Then you chuck it, and it just hits a wave and just splashes straight in.
And a dead fish just rises up to the surface.
Lunch! Didn't mean to do that, Kavan.
I turn around to see Callum and I say, no, I used to be able to do this. What you do is you hold it parallel, and you throw it so that it lands parallel, and then have you ever done it? It's just skipping a stone. It's what I think most kids do.
Stone. I must have done it sometime when I was young.
I hand one of the flat ones over to Callum, and I say, just hold it hold it like this, or whatever's comfortable, but keep it flat, like a plate, and throw it so that it stays as flat like a plate as you can.
Okay. Just okay.
No, well, why not? Really.
Cute teaching moment.
You rolled a natural 20 and just
splash, sort of straight into, and the stone actually, as it goes flat, then flips on its side. This is going to take some work.
Well, it like anything, I guess it does. But I heard you say just back there when we were talking that you've taken a few, I guess your share of, I don't know what you want to call them, I guess beatings or whatever as a kid, and I guess we all most do, but no, I just overheard it. I don't know, and I hand him another flat stone.
Thank you. And he'll sort of look at the stone again, and as he chucks it this time, just sort of, yes, I don't know why I was that open, to be honest, but it's surprising. I don't usually talk about my childhood, to be honest. And this time, letting go of some emotion, clearly the stone just skips across and out into the distance.
You did that. That's it. Just that, and you get it. It feels good, doesn't it? I mean, it feels like it's liberating. That stone is dancing across the water.
Quite relaxing, actually.
I wind
Thank
up.
you.
I've got one now, and I before I throw it, I just kind of take a deep breath, and I try to harken back, trying to connect up to some of the calming things I used to do when thinking about my readings of Paragon the Exemplar, and just take my deep breaths, and I wind up, and I whip it.
Very good. Now, here's the weird check that's going to come up. We did this in campaign 1. I'm going to ask you to make me a strength-based religion check. So, if you are proficient in religion, then add your proficiency bonus on. But if not, please d20 plus your strength modifier. And yeah.
So that is a 16.
16. You tap into just that innate sense of calm that you get when you think of Paragon, and you too just almost follow Callum's stone exactly as you just once, twice, 3 times, 4 times bounce this stone across and over the waves. Very
Still
good.
in there. Yeah. I guess sometimes you get lucky, and luck is important, isn't it? I guess luck is part of the reason we're here.
Yes, very much so.
Anyway,
No doubt.
At that moment, across just down a little bit on the shore, Lex and Aegeus, after having eaten, are working out how to get this boat kind of sorted, and Aegeus is like, so you said there's a command word, don't say it, but can you write it down for me so that we can then, when we're ready to say it, it's we're aware of it, you know?
Would you like the honor of saying the word? Is that what we're saying?
No, I'm happy for you to say. I just mean, just in case, for example, something happens to you, we should probably have other people know the word as well. As a backup. Okay.
I'll, as I don't have any parchment or anything to write it down, I'll whisper it in your ear.
Yeah, right into that ear, straight into my ear.
Yeah. And then as I'm whispering it into your ear, I'll be like, "Gee, what's wrong with your ear? Are you missing an ear?"
Horrific accident. Remember, just continue.
Oh, sorry. I keep bringing up past trauma. I do apologize.
It's all right. Hey, it's what makes us who we are. We're all about it.
Right. The word is Digbick, which I've whispered in your ear. Big dick, but with the D and the B switched over.
We've got the best fans.
Gotta love a spoonerism.
Big dick.
So JK on our stream is our resident come back with. He creates gnomish words for us all the time, and that was. We've also got Schlong Dong.
Amazing.
No, Dong Schlong.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, well, Edgius is gonna like turn his head like suddenly when you say this, and then be like, okay, he's gonna turn to the other three of you who seem to be off fucking not helping with what we need to be doing, and is gonna be like, if we're ready over here to launch this bad boy, we've set up some logs in kind of a V shape so that they can like roll, and we've kind of got it set up. We're just waiting to do the command word, which just incredible, by the way. Are you guys ready? Are you already over there?
One thing I did want to do is
one more throw, I think.
I want to try and check if I can see how strong the current is.
Nice.
Okay. How?
I have a plan as well.
Fuck knows.
Don't call me fuck nose.
This is Lex, master of portals, and is now going to stick his finger in the thing.
I'm literally going to tie a rope to Cog. Oh, help us out here. Tie a rope to Cog, chuck him in, and see how quickly he goes left or right.
Nice, I love it.
Brilliant. So you throw Cog out, and Cog sort of gives you a little bit of help and flutters along before then just bringing the wings in and drops like the metallic ball that Cog is, and just sort of bobs on the water, and then you can just see slowly comes closer to shore as the waves bring him in.
The tide seems relatively soft, so it should be pretending like I know what I'm doing.
Make me a survival check, please, with disadvantage.
And a deception check by the looks of that
one. How many knots? I used 2 to secure Cog into the rope.
Oh, you didn't tie more knots so that you know how. You didn't.
Captain, we're going 137 knots.
No.
You clearly it's all right. You have a system. I won't fuck with your system. Okay, so how?
If I'm honest, the
the
system I
state?
literally just concocted on the spot.
Oh, it seemed like it worked good. So the waves are coming at us now. As you are previous sailors using this raft, how would we'll roll it down, and then we'll just go. Does it have oars?
Walking up after our.
I cannot remember.
Yes, it did have oars. Walking up after this, I then go. Well, Edgius, I think the last time we used this, we simply said the words quite close to the shore, and that was it. We jumped in.
We literally let
last time you used this boat, somebody commanded a water elemental to fucking take them on the journey.
Well, I was going to say, once we were then in there...
Yeah, as soon as we got in the boat, a water elemental attacked us. I used suggestion and just asked it to take us where we wanted to go.
Nice.
That's exactly what I did. Thank you, Matt.
I've never been so annoyed as a DM.
I have to say, however, Edgius, the form of getting the boat in is a lot easier for us, the way you have put these logs out. So how about we all try and get in? No surprises. I don't like open water. So, shocker.
That does make sense.
Let's possibly all try and get in without capsizing.
Do you want to go in the middle?
Yes.
So that you're like furthest away from water on all sides?
I mean, it is 1 meter from the water, but fine. I'm all for it.
Yeah.
Okay, I have an idea. Now, GM, this is going to be one for you. I have the cantrip Gust, and I'm wondering. Now, it says to push things away from me, they have to weigh no more than 5 pounds. Now, I feel like water itself probably would weigh more than 5 pounds, but as a wave or like a bit of water. So, once we get in, I would love to try and cast Gust to try and like give us some sort of motor as we go. Oh shit! I'll cast it with both hands as it's a cantrip. I'll do it. I'll double up on that bad boy.
I mean, it's either that or you're going to be Captain Jack Sparrow at the front of the boat with your hair just going.
So once we get in, I'm gonna definitely try and like gust us and push us with Gust.
So here's the first thing. Let's sort out some logistical issues, because this is, at best, a 3-person, maybe 4-person boat. This is a fucking fishing rowboat we're talking about here. So how are you squeezing the 5 of you onto this boat?
Edge is going to take his arms and legs off.
Yeah. Can you describe the shape for us?
It's fairly standard rowboat, so almost like an A-shaped boat, if you like.
Oh. I went vagina shaped.
If you want to go vagina shape, you go vagina shape, mate. Yeah.
Pointy at it, yeah.
It's got a square arse end, is the way I'm going to see it.
Okay. Okay.
Question: does it, even though it's made for 3, possibly 4 people, would it bear the weight of all of us comfortably, or are we going to be down in the water a bit?
Roll me a D100, please.
Oh,
Fuck.
Let's let the dice decide.
That's a 48.
or you could be nice.
That's a 48. I'm going to say that is... You will dip into the water. You won't sink. It's not going to be as smoother sort of sailing as it would have been if there were just 3. You are going to be lower in the water. There is a risk of water coming into the boat if you're not careful.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have an idea to help us with some buoyancy, as clearly the moment that the 4th person steps in, we start dipping quite heavily in the water. Jewel, how leather are your trousers?
They are all leather. What is the point?
That is exactly what I wanted to hear. Edgius is going to pull down his trousers. At the same time, he's going to cast Minor Illusion on his lower half to make it look like he has legs that are skin and some sort of like briefs, like boxer briefs on.
Okay.
And he's going to pull off his leather trousers, tie the bottom of the legs on both sides, blow into it, and then tie the top to create kind of like an airbag. And then is going to tie it to the side of the boat, and then proceed to look at Jewel expectingly.
That was very interesting. What do you want from me?
He wants you to do what he did.
Could you lend us?
Well, that's very interesting. I also want a golden toilet seat and 1,000 gold. Let's move.
Allow me. I will do this for you.
Jewel goes commando.
Callum
Clearly.
just sort of shuffles his leather trousers down and does go commando, quite honestly.
Brilliant.
Takes the boots off, but then puts the boots back on, but then takes his trousers and sort of blows them up, ties it, and then ties it to the side of the boat, and then just stands there, hands on hips, just sort of swinging about in the wind. Well, they always said the sea was bracing.
Callum with a little C, I see.
Well, that's canon.
Jewel is staring directly towards the mountains and totally away from the twig and berries.
Edris is going to walk past Callum, and as he's walking past, he's going to stop in front of him, place a fist out for a fist bump, and then fucking tap fist, and then walk past him and get in the fucking boat.
Did you tap his fist though?
No.
Like a baby's arm holding an apple.
Hey, we're away from butt jokes.
We've got some arseholes
Clearly, you lot have not spent a lot of time in the Feywild. Nudity is nothing to be embarrassed about.
Or boarding school, apparently.
Remembering the last time I got in a boat, Carsters convinced me I needed to do it topless. So I just begin to take all of my clothes off my top half and get in the boat.
Well, there we go. See, nudity. Enjoy it. Freedom.
I've been told this is the proper protocol for rowing. Is that correct?
Well, you are doing the rowing as we only have 2 oars, so that's all you, Lex, until you're ready to trade out, and then we'll shuffle. So I imagine it's probably like 2 on the sides, I would imagine, with like Lex sat in the middle rowing it, so we can like balance it. I like in my head, that's what I was thinking when I saw that.
But also what is even better is Lex is just looking at a twig and berries with Callum just standing there, just legs apart, just guiding it forwards.
Callum's actually
just don't open your mouth as you're rowing.
With his long on the side of the boat.
What's going on?
You're doing a great job, Lex. Keep rowing. More head action into it. Breathe. You gotta breathe. You gotta.
Oh dear, we're never
We
gonna
haven't
make
even
it.
established whether I can row.
I
Let's be honest,
fucking
last
love
time I didn't
D&D.
even have to row.
So yeah.
Fantastic. So we've got ourselves in the boat.
Lex rowing. I'll gust a win off the back.
Okay, and there's just this sound as Edge sticks his hands in the water, and just a little push. It's just enough to sort of get you going. I was going to say get you off, but having that conversation would have been a whole totally big problem. So with the gust and the rowing, and Callum just sort of stood 1 foot up on the very front of the ship, sort of hand on a knee, hand on a hip, letting the breeze just blow.
Just hear the odd
yeah.
Yeah.
There is definitely free flesh on this boat.
Is it normal to have that much foreskin in the Feywild? That's what I want to know. as it's flapping like a sail in the wind.
I feel like you're all struggling with the penis situation here. It's a penis. Like, get over it.
If only Arcasis were here.
Yeah. It's just weird to see one. Because obviously I have 2.
Sorry, 1. You've got 2.
What? Sorry.
2.
Of course. That's anatomically correct for my species.
Thank you for the follow. I'm slightly concerned that you followed at that point, but amazing nonetheless.
I mean, we've got to wonder about your life choices, but it's fine.
We appreciate it, dude. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hello.
So, Kavan, you've traveled a lot. How long do you reckon it is? Like guessing with your eyes.
6 inches? I don't know. We need to get across this water quick. Oh dear.
Yeah, I don't know.
Very good.
I'm not very familiar with. I've been across the water a couple of times. This is fantastic, but and the views are stupendous as he's just looking straight ahead at beyond Callum, like over Callum as he can. But I don't know, half hour. There's the shore there. I mean, it depends how fast we row.
I was going to say. I mean, this strait doesn't.
Trying to establish if I can fucking row, because I am a noodly armed sorcerer.
Make me an athletics check, please.
Probably should have had Kavan do this.
Here we go.
I take from the map this is not a very long crossing.
No, it's
apart
probably
from Lex.
around.
But yeah.
It's a couple of miles at best.
Yeah.
So it'll take
a couple of miles. Holy shit, that's a lot of fucking
It's
rowing.
no channel
God.
crossing. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
No, it's
Jesus,
yeah.
okay.
Lex has a hernia with an 11.
It's very slow going. Lex takes a while to get the rhythm. It starts off doing one arm and the boat's just sort of doing this, and then eventually figures out we do two, and then just needs some help getting some rhythm.
Kavan, is there a possibility of you airplane legs, possibly one or each?
Yeah. I can. I mean,
Legs, if I must, I can tap out and help. But later, once you are tired.
Edgius is going to start strumming to give a rhythm, like boom, 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 boom. As they're going to try and give Lex a bit of rhythm. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
I stand next to Lex, and I just kind of get myself to sit next to Lex, and I reach out for one of the oars, and I say, I guess let's try to go with Edgius's beat.
Okay.
Shall we go?
And a 5, 6, 7, 8.
And
that's when he starts playing slap bass, and we're trying to fucking go along.
We haven't really discussed
Amazing.
are we going to go on the strum, or are we going to on once the strum is done, or once the strum starts? So it's a little bit of figuring it out as we get started. So a bit wobbly to start with, and I'm trying to match Lex's. I'm trying to soften up my row a little bit to match Lex's, and then at some point I say, I'm happy to. You want to take a break? I think I can do this.
Yeah. That'd be great. As I'm clearly out of breath.
Hyperventilating in the corner.
I grab
the boat does rock a little bit as you shift around, but generally
grab the other row, the other oar, and I look to Edgius and I say, "Hit it, I guess." And
you get more of like a dun 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 dun, and it starts getting a little bit heavier as you start going.
I start putting my head down, and I start tapping into a little bit more of the anger side of me, and it's a way for me to vent a little bit. So I'm tapping into that music and wailing away at these oars, and actually trying to get a little wake behind us as we're going.
Nice. Rage rowing. So you start doing that, and the boat begins to motor quite considerably, at which point Callum sort of wobbles a bit on the front and then takes a foot down. I think I'll sit. And sits, crosses one leg over his other knee. Thank you for the other follow as well. That is amazing. Thank you so much. And yeah, just sort of is sat there, enjoying it, watching Kavan go hell for leather, and just sort of leans over to Edgius and says, "Is he okay? Seems to be working out some issues."
He's gonna look over at Edgius, gonna look over at Kavan, pause, look back, and go, "Yeah, it's just a bunch of stuff. Just stuff. Lots of stuff."
My head is down, and I'm like, "Faster, Edgius, faster!" And I'm still cranking.
Gets up to 140 BPM, and it starts almost like sounding electronic as he starts getting into it a little bit.
I was half
We're
expecting
not aquaplaning.
Yeah. The boat at this point is just gone. Very good. So it probably takes now the course of, I'll say, at most an hour or two to row this. Maybe not even that, with Kavan tapping into that natural innate strength that he has, and eventually you can see the shore approaching, and your speed is not letting off, and the shore is getting ever closer, and Kavan is still head down and just fucking rowing the absolute, like, the oars are bending at this point as he is still going, and Callum will turn around and Kavan.
At the moment he's getting that close, Jules going to get right up onto the bow and then basically get ready for, as soon as it beaches, jumps sideways.
I'm just going to stay there and see if we can go across land.
Just keep going.
I'm just listening for Edgius to if the music's still going, I'm still cranking, and my head's down.
As we get closer, I start slowing down a little bit, bringing the tempo back down as we start coming in a little bit, bringing it back down.
I look up.
Ooh.
And
well done, my friend.
Kind of glide into the shore.
Yeah.
Do.
Good
Gently
team
and
effort
just
by
bump
all.
against the shore and just sort of on enough that the boat's not going to then reverse back out, but also not fully beached to the point where you're going to do the boat any damage.
Before I let go of the
Callum
oars,
will hop off.
I tactically just kind of try to splash, a little splash towards Jewel, as just a little joke, just a little like tossing the oar into the water to try to get that water going towards Jewel.
She tries to toss out of the
Good.
way,
I'm
but
gonna
some of
allow
it,
this.
some of it gets on her. She looks back with mild frustration and amusement. Thank you, Kevin.
No, it's okay. I didn't know if my teeth were still blue. I was just
I mean, I can make them blue again if you wish.
They are not well
You
played.
focus on putting your trousers on, actually.
I was going to say, at
let's
least.
get that started.
Yes, trousers
Anybody
on,
do
both of
anything
you,
about
please?
the dampness at all? Shakes them out.
I've got
Where-
dragon's
where-
breath, if that'll help.
Oh, wow.
I don't want them crispy. I want them dry.
Right. And in the awkwardness of seeing his purple helmet, I'll prematurely say, dig big again to shrink the boat, not realising that everybody might not be outside the boat.
Callum will wink.
Cartoon just
And then
sit and fall.
well, I was assuming Callum was off the boat at this point, but yeah, just drops into the sand and then sort of holds up his trousers and then thinks, squeezes them out, minor illusions, some new trousers so that it looks like he's wearing something, but then just sort of continues to squeeze them about and then just loops it around his neck for now. Oh well.
Nice. Well,
Back in the bag.
we've got half a day. Let's get as northeast as we can before sundown.
Let us try and get as far as possible, Aegeus. You are quite right. Kevin, thank you so much for doing this.
No, it was.
Indeed. Well done, my friend. Well done.
No,
My guy.
Thank you for letting me. Yeah, it just felt good. It just felt good too.
Did you work out some problems while you were doing this? It looked quite cathartic.
I wish that would be the answer. I do things like that a lot, and it gives me about a 10-minute bit of peace, and then it all comes back again. So whether it's running or smashing something or rowing or throwing or smashing something or smashing something.
Well, then it clearly seems we need to find something for you to smash. Let us hope that there is nothing too dangerous, but if so, have at it.
Hey,
Yeah.
I have the mending cantrip, so if you smash it, I'll mend it. You can smash it again, and I'll mend it again. We can just keep doing that to keep you calm the whole day.
Yeah.
But can we just clarify, like, smashing objects, that will work on. If you smash a person, that's not going to help.
Oh, yeah. I was
Well,
thinking...
I mean, we can try. I've never actually cast mending on a person before, but have any of you?
No.
I think the point was that smashing a person is never good, but I would say, Callum, that sometimes it's necessary. It depends what that person's done to you.
100%.
So,
100%.
Depending on the situation, oftentimes I get it right, and sometimes I don't.
Smash is something different where I come from.
Can Jewel make a survival check as to where they need to go next, northeast towards the...
Yes. Make me a survival check, please. As Jewel
You can,
gets us back on track.
You can chop a tree down
16.
later, Kavan, as well. We'll need the wood.
Yeah.
I'd be happy to do any of that.
With a 16, you look up into the sky, figure out the position of the sun, and sort of look away from the shore and see the peaks in the distance pretty much straight ahead.
Gentlemen, if you'd all follow me, I hope that we are going to be going in the right direction, and we need to get there by nightfall. or as
Yeah,
close
yeah.
as possible. Let us go.
If it helps. How high is the canopy of the trees, Matt? For example, if I was to
once
send
you're in-
Cog up to flutter above to try and keep us on trajectory, would we be able to see him?
Yes. And
Okay.
having seen you do that, Callum's going to go, that's a very good point, and is just going to hold out his arm and speaks a word in Sylvan, and this eagle-like creature appears, when I remember. And he just looks, Valena, to the skies. And this white eagle just soars up with Cog. And two creatures just begin to fly next to each other.
That was metal as fuck, Callum. That was metal as fuck, dude.
Do you,
I love that.
Do you think the eagle would be less conspicuous than Cog? Should I bring him back? Would that alert people if they saw him? Do you think?
Let him have some freedom, I think. We've been cooped up in the pocket too long.
I think the 5 of us are going to be conspicuous enough.
Yeah, well, yeah. Especially with face melting solos as we go through the forest.
I was about to say, if the music was following us, then absolutely it is fine.
Edgius is going to be, as you're like saying this, he's going to be collecting some of his stuff, and it's going to be banging against his lute, making noise. Strings are going to be twang. He's like trying to put something in his bag, and it's like a pot, and it's hitting something else. He's be like, "What was that? Sorry, did you say you want some face melting solos later?"
My goodness me,
Yeah.
louder than a paladin in full armor. That is incredible.
Well, hey, if it ain't loud, it ain't proud, and if it ain't proud, you ain't doing it right. So you know what I mean? It's one of those.
No.
Words to
I
live
go up
by.
to Aegius and I help him kind of sort his gear and everything, and looks like we're just a little bit separated from everyone. And I just say to him, "How you doing, man? We haven't had really a chance to since last night."
I'm good, man. I'm just just feeling tired. You know, it's been a long morning. Lunch was good. You know, I'm hitting like food coma, and he's gonna do like to just to Kavan though, and be like, you know, food coma.
Yeah,
So let's just keep going, and I'm looking forward to roasting some food on a fire or something later, and spending some time with y'all. But this is a good group. There's some good people.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you. I mean, I can set a trap later on. Maybe we can get something a little bit more hardy when we set up camp. But I exactly what I was going to ask you. Like, how you? I mean, we're here.
Dude.
We're moving.
Dude. Did you see fucking Callum's dong, man? Fucking holy shit. The fuck was up with that thing?
I tried not to look, but yeah, it's impossible. It's impossible. I guess it's impossible. Is it real?
It's like a wagon crash. You don't want to look, but you just can't look away at the same time. You know,
that's where I was. Yeah.
It's incredible.
Yeah, that's why. Did you see my head was just down? As I was rowing, I was just thinking of as soon as you say think of anything but Callum's dong, that's the thing that's in my brain the whole time. I couldn't get it out, so I just.
Literally, me too. As soon as he pulled his trousers out, all I could think about was Callum dong for the next hour. Ridiculous.
Yeah,
anyway.
Insane. Anyway, yeah. So you're good though. Which is the vibe? You feel like me too.
Yeah.
I think
these guys are good. I feel like let's stick with them. Let's I don't know.
Let's write it out. Let's write it out.
Let's stick with these guys for sure. At least we can be safer than some of the other encounters we've had recently.
Yeah. I hear you. Okay.
I'm going to hate the fan art.
I'm gonna fucking love the fan art.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna. It's gonna be brilliant.
But yeah, we'll just start
Amazing.
heading in the forest, I imagine.
Cool. So you begin to weave your way through the forest, and now you are closer to the peaks of Aethenir. The forest here is much denser. This is the Dryamirian forest proper, if you like. The forest that gives the region its name, ultimately. So think Forest of Fangorn type thick trees. This place is colossal trees, big thick trunks, roots, and it's hard going. It's not the easiest terrain to pass through. And you continue on for...
Would you say it's difficult?
I would say it's difficult. I would say it's difficult.
Okay.
You continue on for the rest of the day, and the conversation is light as you all begin to feel the exertion of having to cross through this forest. And every now and again you just sort of look up and you can see Valena the eagle and Cog are sort of still flying in the same direction, reporting in, still saying northeast is sort of this way. Eventually Callum's trousers dry and he takes a moment to put them back on and put his boots back on. Cancels his minor illusion. And the sun begins to slowly and surely set, and you realise it's not going to be long before you lose the ability to navigate adequately. You think it's probably time to make camp. You wander through and eventually you find this small clearing. Enough that will allow you to sort of see up and see the stars and escape the oppressive nature of the interior of this forest. Now, given the fact that Kavan and Aegeus last week said they had tents, I'm going to allow you to set up 2 tents. So you'll have a little bit of a camp there with a campfire. I'm going to need a watch order, please, first, and then we will go along if there's anything anybody wants to do before we go to sleep and eat and that stuff.
Aegeus will definitely be first on watch.
Yep.
Got 120 feet of dark vision, so happy to just look out into the abyss and kind of just try and scour the area while these guys are, is this watch for while they're sleeping or while we're setting up? I think would be
this
my
is
question. For
while we're sleeping. So while you're setting up, there's still enough light, and you're able to keep your perception out between the 5 of you. And hello, Fletch. Welcome to the stream, my friend. Thank you so much for joining us.
Hello.
Press has joined us.
Saw, dude.
So yes, you set up the camp and then you partake of rations, and then it will be into the watch, but we'll come to the watch in a minute. So Aegeus first, who's going to go second?
Aegeus, you can wake me up when your watch is over.
Sounds great.
Cool.
As soon as I'm done chopping this wood and putting the fire together, I'm happy to go middle of the night. I don't sleep very well anyway, so right when the moon's at its highest, I'm happy to,
Kevin, I shall wake you up when the moon is at its peak.
Yeah, and I'm just going over and checking
Kevin.
some of the little traps that I've made as well to see if we can catch any small little creatures. As I'm bringing over handfuls of wood and preparing to make a campfire.
Very good. Callum then speaks to you, Kavan, and says, "You can wake me up when you're done, and then I will in turn wake Lex ready for the morning, if that suits you, Lex."
Yeah, no problem.
GM, above table, Aegeus is not going to wake Jewel up and is going to break the cycle of watches entirely, knowing that Aegeus doesn't have to sleep. And that these guys need maximum amount of energy to get through. Aegeus is going to just take the whole night's watch and just be on guard for everyone for the evening.
Matt,
giving these guys an opportunity to get a full rest.
Until
so is there anything?
Kavan,
Go on,
because
Kavan.
he wakes up at about 2:00 in the morning most mornings and is awake for a couple hours, and sometimes completely awake till the day, wakes up and understands is kind of pokes his head out and sees Aegeus out there. And fire is pretty much, there's just coal embers in the fire, and makes his way out to sit on a stump next to Aegeus.
Okay. So I'm going to ask at this moment then, we have skipped ahead a little bit, both of you make me perception checks in this moment, please.
Damn.
Oh, dirty 20.
Got an
11. 11. So Kavan, you sort of look up as you wake and sort of look up into the sky, and you can see there are so many stars. There is no light pollution. Even your fire at this point has died down. There's some very loud tree frogs out there. But what you also notice is that as the moon is now almost directly above you and it shines down into this small little clearing, you realise the moon itself is almost full. Aegeus, you see Kavan is approaching you, but in that moment you just hear a small, faint yip sound.
And I freeze.
And then, like, the sound of twigs snapping. Feet or something padding closer and closer.
Do I know the direction?
Make me a survival check, please.
Do I hear that as well?
I will say now that you see Aegeus just sort of looking around. Yes.
Aegeus is going to gesture to him and just like point at the stump next to him and be like just almost like give him like the like shh kind of look. And with a survival check, I rolled a 12.
12. Sounds like these faint yips and the padding sounds are actually coming from all around you.
As a Kavan sits next to Aegeus, he's gonna lean into him very quietly and go, "We're being watched by something."
I hear it. And I pull out my axe. I just have my axe.
Stop. Relax. We don't know that they are here to harm us, so let's just pretend that everything's fine and we are fine and just see what happens.
Aegeus is going to then
could
try and just stare out into the darkness and see if he can see anything moving.
Or we could just
As
fuck
you
some
stare
shit
out
up.
into the as you stare out in the darkness and Kavan's there with a death grip on the axe, you then just hear this sort of
You hear that?
Yeah.
Which direction do you think that? What point in the direction you think it's coming from?
Relax. I think it's everywhere, which is not a great thing at all. But if we just relax, maybe it will go away. Things are often more afraid of you than you are of it. It's how nature tends to work.
How do we let the others know, though? I mean, everyone else is asleep. It's just you and me.
Unless we need to, they won't know. They'll just wake up in the morning and we'll all be fine. So, and he's going to place his hand on the side of Kavan's face and just say, "Breathe, okay?"
I'm not good in these situations, Aegeus. I'm not just here.
I'm going to say in this moment, Aegeus, you see, as you look sort of around you, and there's only one blind spot, which is behind the tent that you sit in front of, but you see at least 3 giant, almost cat or dog-like forms slink out of the woods, and one to the northeast of you is accompanied by a humanoid-sized individual, and you hear this high-pitched yip, almost laughing-like sound as your eyes adjust and you see 1, 2, 3 giant hyena creatures creep out into the glade. They are going to immediately lower onto their haunches.
Can I...
And we are going to roll some motherfucking initiative.
Nice. I was going to say, can I, with a very high passive perception and not being woken up when expected, make any roll for...
You can make me a perception check at disadvantage, please.
Happy to do that.
Can I, before we roll initiative, can I have been like trying to keep myself together and say to Aegeus, I can't, and I turn around and I heave my axe?
Ah, dear Lord.
Absolutely.
Fuck's sake, I was going to go
And as you
diplomatic,
turn
dear
around
God.
and heave your axe, you can see a fourth giant hyena accompanied by a humanoid-sized individual. So we're going to roll initiative, and then, my friends, we are going to take a very short break.
That's fine. It was
motherfucker.
an 11, so I'm guessing that I am not awake. So
11 with your
my passive perception is 23.
perception, no.
Yeah, so that is fine.
Yeah, you're
Okay.
asleep, so...
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's why I wanted to do it with disadvantage and just be sure.
So we will still
That's
roll
a
initiative,
14.
but Lex,
Yep.
Jewel, and Callum will miss the first round of combat as the way we're going to do that as they
Yep,
wake up. So
that
Lex
works.
roll initiative, Callum, which is 8. Lex,
14.
I got a 13.
Oh, shit, sorry.
13,
I got a 7.
14 for Aegeus,
Yeah.
7 for Kavan and Jewel.
I got a... What is the hell's my initiative? Is it 3? Sorry.
It is +3, yeah.
I think it level.
Yeah,
should
19.
be 3,
19.
19.
Let's go.
I had too many windows open then.
Very good. So, my
guys, I
friends, we
tried
can
to
all
do a nice
load
thing
up
for us.
Owlbear Radio now.
And I fucked us so good, guys.
Sorry, the Twitch, stream's gone a bit jumpy there. I don't know if that was my end or anybody else's.
You all still alright?
I'm here. Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. Right,
Yeah.
sorry, Jewel, what was your initiative?
19.
19 or 9?
19. 1-9.
19. Good stuff. Excellent. Right. Cool. Well, let's short break then, my friends. We will be back in a few minutes. I just want to say a huge thank you once again to Tom and Birdie for joining us. Hopefully you've enjoyed the first half. Now, to giveaway time, as Fletch is here from the Eldritch Press, and we will show the advert for Into the Veils, the Kickstarter. We will do a giveaway of... No, let's do 2. We will do the 2 editions of Into the Veils, or Into the Veil, I should say. And the question I need you to answer in the chat is, what was the magic word used to enlarge the boats? What was the magic word used to enlarge the boats? Thank you very much, folks. I hope you enjoyed part 1. We will see you for part 2 in just a few minutes. Stick around. We'll be back in a few.
Hey! We all came up on screen that time.
Indeed, and we are all back. So welcome to part 2 of episode 30 of Malta Magic, as our party have rested for the evening following an eventful boat ride across the strait, if you like, that separates Morse Taesi from the main region of Dryamere. And we have bedded down for the evening, with Aegeus not waking anybody up, Kavan waking up naturally, realising it's probably midnight to 2 a.m. in the morning, and creatures begin to creep in from the outside. And
So does
just
that mean
before the
that
break
aid that
there...
I gave everybody at the beginning was pointless because it's gone now?
It's gone.
No,
Oh.
It's still there.
I'll
You
allow
haven't
it
technically
for
long
now.
rested.
Nice one.
Cool.
Well, no, you haven't
I'll add it back
technically
on
long
then.
rested yet. You've not
I'll add it
technically
back
had the
on.
full long rest yet, so I will allow it for now.
Good man.
Very good. And so, as these giant hyenas, and I'm going to ask Aegeus and Kavan to both make me nature checks, please, very quickly.
Oh, I love a good nature check. Edgious, so
I'm
good at
rolling
those.
shit today. Damn.
God. Well,
I got a
there's our
7.
dub stat. That's a 10.
Yeah.
7. A 10. A 10 is enough. You do recognise these two humanoid, or at least the one humanoid figure that you can see, as a gnoll.
Oh.
Regular knoll.
Fucking love
Is he a
Travis
gnoll?
with him.
That's why I always repeat it.
Alright, let's get it.
You asked a question, sorry, Birdie.
No, I said, is he a Nolt Fielding? I was making a shitty.
Yes, he presents a cookery show.
Well played.
On his spare time when he's not raiding bandits, yeah.
Are we just gonna bypass the whole stuff? I'm forgetting the name of the TV show now that he did. Like
Mighty Boosh.
5-10
Oh,
years
Mighty
ago.
Boosh.
Mighty Boosh. So that's the one.
Yeah.
I love my book.
There's
No,
a
we're
fucking
not
cultural reference for
going
you.
to.
Very good. So, as we launch immediately into combat then, with Kavan turning around and hefting this axe, the hyenas just pounce into action. So, hyena A, which is up here, is going to just go 5... What was that? No. 5, 10, 15, 20... 25, 30 down for there, and it's just going to come creeping around Edgious, and he's going to see you. He's immediately going to try and bite you. That's a lot. That is a 24 to hit, my friend.
Ah, yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, that one hits for sure.
Not the best damage though. That is 9 points of piercing damage.
I mean, I'm made of bone. What are you piercing, really?
Very good. And then B is just going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 to there. And he's going to try and bite you, Kavan. 19 to hit?
Yeah, it hits.
That is also 9 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
C is going to come stalking over here. 5, 10, 15. D is going to go 5, 10, 15 to there. And that is going to be them. At this point,
Are they
Jewel, you
disappearing on
hear the
purpose?
commotion.
I was going
They
to say,
shouldn't be
is anyone
disappearing.
else seeing them disappear on the stream?
I thought, fuck, they're invisible.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're all ending up there.
Is that happening on everybody's Albert
Yeah.
stream
No,
or just on Dave's?
It's happening
not
on my
happening on
Albert too.
Can you just refresh your
refresh mine.
pages for me?
Sure.
Yeah, see what's cracking.
Because that shouldn't be happening.
Oh, they're back. Yes.
There we
Hey,
Damn invisible
happy
hyenas.
days. Woo! I say, I was wondering, going, how did Edgious get up there?
Fuck it up.
Jeez.
Very good. So, Jewel, in this moment, as the commotion all goes on, it's at this point you wake up. That is your
Yes.
go. And then this individual.
Okay.
No, that is your go. Sorry, you are waking up on your turn.
I am waking
That is
up. I'm waking up. I am seeing that it is bright. Well, brighter. I know it's not very bright. Near the campfire, and seeing this probably the head of the giant hyena. That's about it.
it. Yeah,
Cool.
just biting into Edgious's arm.
Lex, wake
and
up,
we may
wake
come
up.
back to that in a minute. So this individual.
Be chill, my guy.
He's going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 up to there. Edgious, over to you, sir.
Phenomenal. Edgious is... Okay, so movement-wise, Edgious is going to, first of all, move through, round, and then I'll take an opportunity attack as I back out
Yep.
to here.
That is a 21 to hit.
Hit.
7 points of piercing damage.
Cool, we love
Ooh,
that.
ignore me. I was looking at the wrong stuff. No, that was right.
Cool. And then from there, he's gonna shout, "Wake the fuck up!" as he rips the scarf from his face to reveal in the moonlight his white bleached skull that lies underneath. He's gonna throw the glasses to the other side, and he's gonna shout, "I'm a fire starter, a twisted fire starter," and blast a firebolt at the hyena.
Nice. Roll to hit them, please. Or is that a dex?
Are you hitting A or D, Boats?
No, it's a. I'm hitting A.
Okay.
Fuck me. That's a 17.
17 is going to hit.
Beautiful. That's gonna be. Let's get that 2d10 going. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That's going to be 18 points of fire damage.
Nice.
As this thing fucking gets absolutely ripped with it. And
Yes,
I'm
Dave,
gonna,
where did that come from?
That was sick, mate. That was sick. That was fucking sick. Aegis is going to essentially like sidestep, duck under it. As he does, kind of get bitten a little bit more. Some of his jacket will tear. He's going to turn around, shoot that off. And he's just going to kind of duck behind the tent and just shout at the knoll and be like, "Why are you attacking us?" And that'll be the end of his go.
Very good. Cool. So, Aegeus has shouted at this point. Jewel has also nudged you, Lex, so you are awake at this moment now. You wake on your turn, but that will also be your go.
Okie doke.
So then this individual is going to come creeping down here. 5, 10, 20, 25, 30. Why have you not loaded the stats? There we go, to there. And that will be them. Callum is going to wake on his turn, and Kavan, over to you, sir. What are we doing?
So did my axe, my hand axe, land on giant hyena D? When
Did you throw that in the first?
Yeah, let's as the moment has passed now, let's just say I was going to throw it at this point, because that would have been more of a surprise on them, and it turns out that they surprised us. So let's just say I'm going to, as Aegeus scooted his way, and we understood what was happening, I say, "Aegeus, you go north, I'll go south, I'll take everything down south." And I turn around and look towards giant hyena D, and I start charging right at it. I want to meet it with my axe, my hand axe in one hand, and my javelin in the other hand. And
nice.
I've got 2 attacks, and I've got 2 attacks, and I will use a bonus action of Wild Surge as well when I get to it, but let's go for it. So, you want me to roll for it?
Yes. Roll your surge, please, as you rage.
Well, my surge. So, I just rolled my hand.
You can bonus action first, but if you want to attack first before you surge, that's,
if you want to attack first, that's
rage,
fine. Sorry, that's my
that's what I did. I just rolled I rolled my hand axe and hit for 22.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
So you're gonna go to D as you rush towards D and swing with your hand axe. 22 is absolutely gonna hit.
All right, and that is God damn it, 5 points of damage.
5 points of damage as you just run and now you are going to invoke an attack of opportunity from giant hyena B, and that's my shittest roll of the evening. What is your AC? 14. That is not enough.
Cool. So right after the hand axe, I reach back for my javelin and I try to pierce it with my javelin as well, with my second attack. My second attack. So let's see what that is. Oh, nice. Javelin is 25.
Very good. And then damage, but making sure it's without the modifier, of course. Or have you got two attacks on your turn, actually?
I've got 2 attacks.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, it's not too weapon fighting. You're attacking
Jesus,
twice.
my damage is just terrible. My damage is 4.
4 points of piercing damage as you just shove your javelin in and sort of the hyena rears up as the javelin just strikes in.
Let's fucking go!
Nice. And at that point, I'm assuming you rage.
I do rage.
And roll the surge then, please. So roll your d8.
D8 is... a 7.
7. So let me just bring that up very quickly.
Yeah.
Nice.
Flowers and vines.
So within 15 feet of you, just flowers, vines, and also I'm going to say they're thorny vines as well, just begin to grow around you in a 15-foot circle. So we're going to go for an aura quickly. Come on, Albert. It's not that hard. Let's just go green.
That's what she said.
What's that? What do I want? 15 feet around you. So 5, 10,
Nice.
15. There we go. That area is now considered difficult terrain.
Difficult terrain. Cool.
Callum gets rudely awakened.
Oh, that's me.
Oh my! Oh, I wasn't expecting anything there. Hang on a moment.
Very good. Anything else in your turn then, Kavan?
Buy me a drink first.
No, I'm going to stay right up on him. I'm not going to move.
Very good. A then is not going to try and step over the campfire because that would be silly. A is going to ready a bite for anybody that runs out of these tents. B is going to take a step closer to Kavan there, which will cost 10 feet of movement, but is then going to bite at Kavan. They're getting worse. That's an 11 to hit, which will not do the job. C is just going to come 5, 10 closer. It's not going to step into the vines because it's slightly more intelligent than that, and it also doesn't want to get close to that fire. What am I doing? Don't need to roll for that. And then D is going to bite at Kavan as well. That's better. That's an 18 to hit.
Yeah, it hits.
So that will be 6, 7, 8, 11 points of piercing damage, which will be rounded down to 6 for yourself because we round up in our games.
Okay. As I get hit, I say, "They're fucking everywhere! Be careful, edges!" And I'm like, and then I reel off everyone else's names. So I'm like, Callum, Joel, Lex, we're under attack!
Nice. And then, Jewel, it is your go.
Okay, so Jewel will come out like a bolt of black lightning out towards A. So we'll just fly out here. I'm guessing I will get attacked.
You will get the bite attack that was coming.
Yeah.
Which is a 21 to hit.
Absolutely.
That's
Just gonna die.
5,
Yeah, that's it.
8 points of piercing damage.
So with that bite, she then uses that, if, like, she gets caught on her arm, but she then swings round the giant hyena's head and lands on top of it, looks around, and then will jump towards JPL. So that's the stream.
GPL, yep.
GPL. So we'll go in that direction.
Nice.
And we'll swipe as as she slides down the back of the giant hyena, she will just cut with the new sword along GPL.
Nice.
So that is going to be
single-handed or double-handed?
Double-handed on this occasion, because actually she was going to be trying to move it, but obviously with that slide down, it feels more definitely two-handed.
Yeah.
So that is going to be a 23 to hit. Nice.
That's absolutely gonna fucking hit.
Okay. So that is then going to be. There's no one nearby, and I didn't use anything else, so that is just the standard. So it's going to be 12 points of slashing damage to
12 points of slashing damage.
GPL.
Which is
However,
enough to make this fucker bloodied. Oh, no, didn't want that
nice. As I do that, there is also this ghostly phantom black smoke echo of exactly what Juldus did, but a second behind. But what it does is, as it slides towards Jewel, it actually flings the sword round, stabs it into the giant hyena, and it rakes down the bottom of it to provide some damage to the hyena, which is 8 points of necrotic damage to Hyena A.
Was that your...
Never mind, can't do
feature?
that.
Does that not
Can't
have
do
to-
that. It has to be on sneak attack.
Does that
Didn't
not have
happen.
to be another creature?
Has to be another creature, but also has to be on sneak attack damage, which I couldn't do. My bad. Didn't happen.
Very good. That's fine. So, what we will say, though, for flavour is, as Jewel does this and lands, there's almost like these smoky, black, dark wisps that just begin to bleed off of Jewel for a moment. Anything else on your turn, Jewel?
I haven't done a bonus action, actually, have I?
You have a bonus action, so you can still bonus action disengage if you wished, or dash, or whatever.
Yeah, so
So you've gone...
I think I've probably actually used all my movement, though.
20, 25, 30 gets you to there.
Yeah, so bonus actions are dash, disengage, and hide. Nope, I'm done. I'm good.
Okay. We are then over to GPL then. Who? You notice GPL has this glaive that they just sort of swing about and meet you, and they are going to make 2 attacks with that against you.
Yeah.
First one is an 18 to hit.
Yeah.
Second one is a 9 to hit.
Nope.
So only one of those is going to hit. So that will be... where's all my d4s gone? I've got too many dice, I can't even see what the fuck I'm doing now. There we go. Let's use a metal one. That is going to be 5 points of piercing damage. No, why am I using a d4? Ignore me, it's a d10, because I can't fucking read. Eight points of slashing damage.
8 points of slashing damage. Is there any reason why we have a red square over Hyena A?
It's bloodied, just because it's the first thing I could find.
Sorry, just to clarify, I was actually attacking GPL with my damage.
Right, that's what I missed. So, can you remember how much damage it was?
12. Because I haven't actually moved the dice since.
That's fine, thank you. 12 points damage to that one. Very good. Cool, sorry, that's me not listening and misunderstanding as I was trying to do too many things. Let's put that on there. That's a bit of an easier token to remember. There we go. No, it's not bloodied. Ignore me. Stop being a dick. Right, let's go back into this. GPL is then also going to incite rampage and is going to call on... it's going to call on Giant Hyena D. as it just yips and sort of roars in that hyena-like way. And Hyena D is going to immediately use its reaction to make a bite attack against Kavan. Natural 20.
Oh!
I will restore balance
Oh!
and nullify.
Natural 1.
No way.
Balance motherfucking restored.
I'm sorry. I feel that it does also require one of one of these because we haven't seen it in so long.
Yes, it does.
So that is definitely a nope on that bad boy.
Nice.
God bless Kirik.
Well done.
Was you rolling for 2 attacks there? Or did you?
Was I rolling for 2 attacks?
Restore balance.
I re-rolled because of your restore balance.
Restore balance just nullifies your advantage.
Oh, okay. Well, it's not an advantage. It was an advantage. It was just a natural 20.
You were going to get... Oh, fuck. Never mind. Yeah, ignore the restore balance. I'm not using that.
Okay.
So it is a hit.
So, no advantage. So the natural 20 still stands, in which case it is then...
They're fucking biting!
3, 6, 10,
Yeah,
11,
so if you-
14 points
roll
of
a natural
piercing
20,
damage reduced to 7.
You're in...
Sorry,
Can I use
let's
restore
go check
balance
this.
to nullify... Because it says I can... If you're about to roll anything with advantage or disadvantage, I can restore it to make it normal.
I didn't have advantage.
But that doesn't count for an attack, so that's just double.
It's 2 attacks.
Yeah,
Is that
so
right? Yeah.
Yeah. No, so it was a reaction attack, which I rolled a natural 20 on. Restore balance would require me to have had advantage or disadvantage on that attack, and then you basically make it so it's a normal roll rather than advantage or disadvantage.
Yeah.
Okay? So that was 7 points of piercing damage because you're raging, and therefore it's reduced by half.
Got it.
Very good. Edgius, over to you. Fuck
Can I
me,
make
that was a
an
lot of rolls that just came out
investigation
there.
check? Can I make an investigation check
do...
to see how fucked up Kavan is right now?
You can make me an investigation check very quickly.
Thank you. I appreciate
Check's free.
that, GM. You're so kind and bountiful, and I hope you never forget my compliments. Don't
Keep going.
That's a 19.
A 19.
How's he looking?
So you can see Kavan's got a number of sort of bite wounds on him. Still above, not bloodied yet, and is still fighting strong. But yeah, is looking a little bit chewed up.
Okay.
But I'm fucking
that
raging,
case-
dude. I'm fucking in the pocket right now, slinging.
Yep.
Oh, I've seen it. I've seen it before. And though I trust, though I trust Kavan to handle his shit, I'm going to turn to face Hyena D, and I'm going to cast Frostbite. I believe
Nice.
I'll cast Frostbite at that. So that's a Constitution saving throw from you.
12.
So you take. Let me just get this. Oh, it's actually 2 of those. Wonderful. So that's 8 points of cold damage, and you have disadvantage on the next attack that you make before the end of its turn.
8 points of cold damage, yeah?
Yes, 8 points of cold damage. And as he does this, he shouts, "Ice, ice, baby!" and a blast of what looks like shadowy shards of ice kind of smash into the side of the hyena as the ice then begins to grow and kind of expand across the skin and the fur. He's then going to turn towards Jules and be like, "I got your back!" Pull out from his hip, so from underneath his cloak, he's going to pull for a moment what looks like a pan flute, and Jules, you'll just see him pull a pan flute, as he then begins unfolding the pan flue into a longer weapon before unsheathing it to reveal a very thin rapier that he throws the sheath to one side and charges in towards GPL. And that's going to be... Oh, I'm on... What screen am I on? I'm on the wrong screen.
There we go, 5, 10, 15.
There. Thank you so much. Yeah. And then finally, I'm going to cast Bardic Inspiration as my bonus action for Jules when I said that as well.
Oh,
nice.
And that will be the end of my turn as I just charge in, rapier ready to go and smash this person.
So is that D6, D8? What is it?
That's a very good point.
Oh,
D4.
that is a great question. It's a D6. It's a D6.
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 Yeah, it's
Cool.
It's a D6.
You are getting the colourful dice, my friend. There we go.
And yeah, just coming in to get your back. As I approach you, you can see in the firelight now, Trilby gone, red mohawk flowing, just skull. You can see that one of my eyebrows has a crack in it with a gold ring that's holding it together, and just like this bare white skull as I come charging towards this guy.
Aegeus, you've lost some weight in this fight.
Indeed. Swinging in.
Nice. Okay, Lex, you're up. What do you want to do?
I'm going to sneak out the back of the tent because I'm not a moron, and I'm going to come to here.
What are you trying to say? Hang on a minute.
20, 25. I'm going to come to here, and as I'm sneaking out, I'll secretly be charging up the Tesla coil like spell in my hands as I cast lightning bolt. And if it's 5 foot
shit.
wide,
Let's
will
go.
it get GP wide, C, B, and D, or will it not get CBY? What you're saying?
You mean GFY?
Whatever that says. Yeah. Jiffy.
Well, let's see, shall we?
If it's 5, is it 5 feet wide? Did you say?
Yeah, 5 feet wide.
It's getting all of them. I reckon it's going to get all of them. If you go straight across.
I think.
Depends.
Cool.
Yep.
Take a step to the right.
It's just a step to the left.
I think if you step
and then a
there...
step to the... I'm
And
going
then
to hit
turn.
less.
Yeah.
Oh shit! You're going diagonal. Oh, I
Yeah,
see. Oh,
get-
that's gorgeous.
But I don't want to hit Kavan.
Yeah, hang
Lower
on, bear
a
with
little
me. This only works in 15-degree fucking things. But yes, I will allow it. I will say that given that, if we went like 12 degrees, yes, you would be able to do that and not hit Kavan.
Cool. That is a
So, just...
Dex 14
Dex saving.
saving throw from them all, please.
Right, I'm going to roll the hyenas all in one to speed this up.
Here we go. Witch bolt.
Oh, fuck me. That's a 4 for the hyenas, and for
God, that's a
GFY...
cool effect. What was it for the hyenas?
GFY...
I was too busy watching Dave's effect.
They got a 4. They failed. Yeah. And that's a 11 for GFY, so all failures.
8d6 coming at you,
Fucking
motherfucker.
sick.
Nice.
That was fucking sick,
1,
Danny.
2, 4,
Holy
8,
shit.
10, 13.
OGM.
The Sork don't fuck around.
Well, don't get your hopes up. There was a lot of ones in there. So 21. 21 points of lightning damage.
21. 21. 21. And GFY. 21. Very good. D really don't look good right now. I'll whack that on there.
Good.
Oh, shit me. That's a bit big.
That's what she...
Callum's got his dong hanging out again.
Nah.
There we go. Anything else on your turn? As you just fucking unleash.
Am I in the thickets of the trees?
You sort of just crept under one of the trees there as you ran out and ran past.
Oh, I've got no movement left. I was going to try and move further into the trees. No, it's cool. I'll just crouch down and hope nobody sees me.
Well, in that moment, GFY is just... You've just gone with this lightning bolt. GFY is just going to turn and growls towards you.
You can't see me.
And is going to go 5, 10 straight up to you. Is going to make
Come at me, bro.
a bite attack and 2 claw attacks.
Oh, that's quite a lot.
Fuck my life. That's a 7 with the bite. A 9 with the first claw. And a 10 with the second claw.
I've got an armor class of 11. How have you fucked that up?
You literally slip in everything there. Just
He's still like spazzing from the
Very good. Well, that will be their go. And we are then on to Callum, who is just... What's all the bloody racket? And Callum will then...
Put your cock away!
What's he got on the arsenal?
Oh, he's so walking out, balls deep. Half.
He's going to go 5, 10 out to there. In fact, is he? No, he's not. He's going to do it the smart way. He's going to do it the Lex way. He's going to go...
As an improvised weapon.
5, 10, 15, 20 out to there. And is going to Eldritch Blast. He's got 2 beams. He's going to go for A and GPL. And I need to remember the extra shit.
Eldritch Blast.
That is going to be
Eldritch
Agonizing Blast as well.
Second.
Eldritch Blast. So that's going to be 12 to hit Hyena A and more. Unnatural 20 to hit GPL. So 12 for the Hyena is enough. Which is awesome. So,
Oh yeah. Whoosh. Nice.
Dave. Come on, dude. So, I need a D10. Eh. That's not a D10. That's a D10. So the hyena is going to take... Oh, that could have been any worse. That was the minimum damage I can do, which is 6 plus 5. So 11 points of damage to the hyena, which is A. Hyena's now bloodied, and then same against GPL. Ooh, 17 to GPL.
Nice.
And they're also bloodied.
Nice. Oh, baby.
And that will be Callum's action. Bonus action, he is going to... Can he see that?
Who is Callum?
Can he see that? What's the range on that? 90 feet. Yeah, fuck it, he's going to hex GFY.
Nice.
Go on, son.
What
And that will be...
save thing?
Ability checks made with the chosen... I'm going to say dexterity-based checks.
Nice.
Very good. We're then over to Kavan. Unleash hell, my friend.
So as this
Finish
whole
them
thing
off,
is
my
going
dear.
on, I will try. I'll do my best. As this whole thing's going on, I see that Aegeus has poked out around the tent and fires what looks like a blast of ice or something, and I say, "I fucking got him, Aegeus! I got him! This one's mine!" And at the same time, behind me, I see a lightning bolt hit this hyena, and I turn around and I say, "Fuck, Lex! This one's fucking mine!" And at that point, I pull out my quarterstaff and I strike him. This one with my first action with the quarterstaff, which has a +2
Nice.
to bonus to attack and damage rolls. So here we go.
Yeah.
Does indeed.
God damn! Oh, that's all right. 17
That's good.
for.
17's going to hit.
All right, let's see if. Jesus Christ.
Fuck 'em up.
And 7 for damage.
7 points of damage was exactly the number you need, as you just sort of wind this up and bean it into the chin of this hyena, and just the whole head just snaps and just slumps to the side.
And as
gone.
that happens, I said, I fucking told you I had him! Alright, next! What's next? And I turn around and I see Hyena B, but I also see there's a lot going on where Aegeus and Jewel is. So I'm gonna go run past Hyena B, and let's see if I can move him. I'm not able to move him right now, but
You know?
let me get onto fucking Alvarez. Sorry about that. Yeah, I can now. Yeah.
You're in the fire there.
I'm gonna go. Oh, yeah. Fuck's sake. Can I go around the fire and sort of up to this hyena, sort of up here? Yeah.
Yeah, so
and
let's drop you there. There will be an attack of opportunity there from B, because we are on a new round.
From B. Good.
Miss.
Okay.
The 3 on the die, it's not going to hit.
So next is my second quarterstaff attack on this one. Yeah, 17.
God damn, yes.
Cool. Let's get a good fucking bit of damage. Yes, nice one. Oh, it's my max. So that's 11 damage, and I say, I'm fucking on my way. 1 down, 1 to go. And I fucking wield this quarterstaff like almost like winding up a cricket bat strike, but on the run, almost like a Happy Gilmore. As I'm running up to it, I'm just winding up, fucking swing as I come up to it.
Love it. So you do just sort of run up there and yeah, and A's head just snaps upwards with the force. It almost yips and then bites through part of its tongue, and you can just see this chunk of meat just falls off to the side with a big blood spray. A's really not looking good.
Love it.
And I
Anything
say,
else in your turn?
is that all you got to say?
Very good. It is now A's turn, who... Carry on. So you were... there. 5, 10, 15, 20. You've got 10 more feet of movement.
10 more feet of movement. If I move away from him, he gets an opportunity attack. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to stay right there.
I mean, you can only move 1 square with 10 feet of movement anyway.
Yeah, that's fine.
Because it's difficult
I'll
terrain.
stay there.
Cool. So A is just going to spin around to face you as it sort of opens its jaws, and you can see that tongue that's now been pretty much destroyed just sort of lolls out. Blood is now pouring, dripping down the fur as those fangs look towards you, and it is going to... it's going to try and bite at you.
I fucking hear what you're saying.
As it just growls with a 15 to hit.
15 hits, actually.
15 does hit, so that will be... Oh, where's my d6? It's gone. 9 points of piercing damage reduced to 5.
Cool.
And that will be its go. B is not going to go close to that fire, but has just been lightning bolted, so it's going to go 5, 10. I'm still going to say 15, 20 next, it's difficult terrain. 25, 30, 35, 40, 45 to there. I got 50 feet of movement. It's going to try and bite Lex. Fuck my life. That is a 9.
Big plot armor on this guy here. Come on.
That dice is going away. I got so annoyed with that chuck on the floor.
Fucking...
Fuck that dice.
Fuck that. Let's go with a metal one. Right. That's B. C is definitely not stepping anywhere close to that, but is going to try and creep around 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, and is going to try and bite Jewel. That's not any better whatsoever. That's a 7.
Oh!
This is my kind of rolling.
D is dead. I'm rolling shit tonight. Jewel, over to you.
Dodging and weaving out of the way of C, but looking at GPL and the hyena are looking pretty shit. It's going to attack GPL. So that is hopefully then going to be with sneak attack.
Yeah,
If you hit.
baby, I got you flanked.
If I hit, which I don't know if I do, with an 11.
You do not hit.
Nope, miss.
Oh,
Cool.
Bardic Inspiration. Wait, can you add Bardic Inspiration to your
I
attack
can.
roll?
Bardic Inspiration.
Let's go, baby.
Yes.
Go. Get
Come
that
on.
D6. Get that D6.
Come on.
So hang on a minute, that was 11, so 14.
Still not enough. As you just.
I got to keep it if it doesn't get used, is that right?
No, I
you
think
can
that was
keep it.
just Anders' class.
That's fine, moving on. Don't have it anymore.
So I think that is gone, isn't it?
I believe so.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't- I don't-
Yeah.
I've never heard of anything different.
Let's just have
I
a
had
look.
unfailing inspiration as a
yes.
College of Eloquence bard.
Okay, with that then
Yeah.
is going to realise she is cornered and will bonus action disengage for 5, 10, 15, 20 feet of movement. And yeah, we'll just sort of spin out of that, and sort of the cape, a cloak, sort of confuses everyone, so they don't actually get to hit her. That's it.
Very good. It is then over to GPL, who seems to be barking out a number of orders at this point. And is then going to turn towards Edius. And
Good pointy lad. Don't do it.
2 attacks with the glaive that it carries. That
so not
is
chill.
a 19 with the first,
Oh yeah.
and
Fuck.
a 21 with the second.
Oh yeah. Fucking is it? Well.
So 8 and 9, 17 points of slashing damage.
Sick. Love it.
Which at that point bloodies Edgius
Somehow.
as bone shards just splatter everywhere. It is then Edgius's turn.
Sorry, quickly before we move on, can you remind me about bloodied?
Yes,
it a-
so
is it a
bloodied is
homebrew
when you
rule?
are half health,
Yeah.
when you are just
Yep.
beyond half
I
health.
remember you saying this, yeah. Okay. Cool. Awesome. Well, you know what? I've had enough. So I'm going to I'm gonna like feint as if I'm going for GPL, and then I'm gonna lunge with my rapier into Hyena A. So
nice.
I'll do that attack first. That is going to be a 17 to hit.
17 absolutely hits.
Awesome. So that is going to be, and I'm also going to use my Bard ability to do a slashing flourish.
Nice.
So I'm gonna add my second damage dice after expending a Bardic Inspiration. So that's gonna be 9. That's 13 points of slashing damage to the hyena. And then, because of my slashing flourish, I'm going to deal the number of damage hit to the target you hit. Yeah, cool. So I'm going to deal another, I believe it's another 4 points of slashing damage to GPL as well from that.
4 points of slashing damage to GPL as well. So in that moment, as you just sort of go to stab GPL and then strike into the neck of the hyena and just totally take out the jugular, it's just sprays all over the floor, and the hyena just slumps. GPL sort of roars in despair as then you flourish around and just literally like scratch across it, but do create a nice gaping wound across its chest as you do so. Anything else on your turn?
Beautiful. Yeah, I would like to, because I believe it's still within range. I would like to use the body of the dead hyena as a launching platform. So I want to run, kick off the body of the hyena as a launching platform, pull from my back a dagger, throw it downwards as I go towards the guy, and then stamp the dagger basically into the side of his leg as I land, just making a melee dagger attack with flavor, I guess.
With 2-weapon fighting, yeah?
Yes, yeah, 2-weapon fighting, exactly. That's a 14 to hit.
14 on GPL, absolutely. No, sorry, does not hit.
Does not hit. Beautiful. I'll
No.
miss, go to stomp, and he'll like sidestep me. I'll land, slide, and then turn to face him and be like, "You're quick. I like that." And then yeah, I'll end my turn by shouting to Kavan, "Go help Lex!"
And with that note, we are over to Lex as this Knoll individual, the glaive, is just going to stand in front of you, Aegeus, as it sidesteps your dagger and just... Lex.
So, although my bum is doing this in real life, on the surface, Lex looks calm, cool, and collected. And as he snaps his fingers, you'll see an ember start to glow and get brighter in his throat as he uses his bonus action to cast Dragon Breath.
Nice.
And then will use his action to cast it on those two motherfuckers at point blank range. 15-foot cone coming at you. Fire damage. So that's a dexterity saving throw again. If you make a dexterity saving throw at point blank range, I'll be livid.
So GFY first. It's not great. That is a 13.
Good, that's a fail.
And
keep doing that.
B. A 15.
Oh, that's half damage for him. Okay. 3d6. I'm going to use fire damage this time. Oh, fucking hell, they all jumped down. We've got 11 points of fire damage. To both of those.
Fire damage halved for B, which will be 6. But that
and
is
I'm
enough
hoping
to
use that as a distraction
me.
to then fuck off into the trees.
Yeah, okay, they're distracted.
Thank you.
They're on fire.
Their eyelids are burning.
It is GFY's go then. They are immediately going to take damage from Callum's Hex. No, ignore me. That's it's on his turn. So,
That is determined. Being a twat. The cat's just edging the dice box closer to the edge of my desk.
In true cat form.
GFY then is just as these flames dissipate, has lost sight of you momentarily as night vision's fucked, turns to the campfire and is then going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35.
It's not got dark vision, it's got night vision. What? It's got some fucking green SAS goggles up. As it's scanning the forest. Amazing.
I don't know why I went 35 there. So 30 feet to there is going to get it. And it's just going to stop. And then it is Callum's go. So Callum is going to deal the hex damage to GFY, which will be just 5 points of psychic damage straight away.
I am concentrating on Dragon's Breath, by the way, just so you know.
Very good. Cool. So, Callum, is... what's he going to do this time? Callum's going to see GFY come in. And he's going to use Mind Sliver. So he just brings his hands up to his head and just... And there's this pulse of arcane energy for anybody that's getting any arcane feeling whatsoever. And a word again in Sylvan, single word that just comes out with this force of power. GFY's got to make an intelligence saving throw. Natural 1, which we know, folks, means double damage. Crit fail. 4d6. There's 3 6s in there, folks. 6, 12, 18, 21 points of psychic damage to GFY.
I like that you rolled really shit for your character and then really good for the character that's on our side.
It's the way
As
it
in
should
for
be.
the enemies, yeah, that's fucking typical, yeah. GFY is going to, in that moment as it's sort of running forward, just stop and just holds its head as that Mind Sliver just breaks it slightly, and then that will be it, I believe. Yes, because we've done the bonus action of the 5 damage. Was that 5 damage? I need to double check that. Yes, plus 5 psychic damage. I should say that Callum is concentrating on Hex. That is Callum's go, and we are around to Kavan.
So Kavan, the last thing that Kavan heard was Aegeus say, "Go help Lex." And before Lex ducked off into the forest, I saw Lex, and I started kind of thinking what I'm going to do, and I see that, what is it, GH, whatever his name is, that's hexed, is making his way to me. GFY, yeah, GFY is making his way to me. So, nice one, thanks. So I assess the situation, and I say to Aegeus, "You help Callum and Jewel," and I pull out my javelin, and I look at GFY, and I look at the giant hyena bee. I don't see Lex anywhere. So I'm thinking I need to somehow get to giant hyena bee, but GFY is coming toward me. So I aim my javelin at GFY, and I say, "I don't know why the fuck you're coming toward me." And I aim my javelin at him. And
Roll to hit then with a throw.
ooh, nice. That's 21.
21 is absolutely going to hit.
Nice.
My guy's got an arm.
God damn. And 5 of damage.
5 points of damage as this javelin takes it in the shoulder and sort of stumbles it for a moment. You can see blood pouring. GFY is just panting and sort of swaying, really not looking good, but somehow still standing.
Cool. With my, what's the range here? How far are we? Are we 20 feet?
Yes, you are. So that's
Cool. I'm gonna pull out my hand axe.
there you go.
Yeah.
10 feet.
I've got 20 foot of range with my hand axe. And I aim it at him, and I say, "One down, one to go." And I fucking aim my hand axe, fucking fire it at him. And let's see where we are. Hit DC 6. Oh, shit. That's an 8.
This hand axe just glances, sort of almost takes the air, but just flies
Fuck!
past.
It's my favorite
So it
axe!
lands around here somewhere.
Can I change my wild surge? Or is it stuck where it is?
I believe that it'd be due to the nature of Wild Surge. When you enter your rage, you roll, and that is it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. That's fine. And I'm going to move. It's 10. Let's see. No, let's come down to. How much movement do I have? 3.
30.
You have 40 feet of movement. So
Nice.
from where you were...
It's
that'd be
difficult
5,
terrain
10,
where he is at the
15.
moment, though.
Yeah, so
Oh, that's
anything in
difficult.
that green circle costs 10 feet
It's half.
per square.
Yeah. Per square. So
So
it's 10, 20,
20,
30.
30, 40 would get you to there, which is right.
Cool. All right. I will. Actually, can I move down 1 square right to there? Or not? Does that get me there?
Where were you?
That's fine.
10,
That's fine where I
20,
am.
30, 40. Yep, no, that's fine.
Cool.
Cool.
All right. That's good. That's me then.
Excellent. These hyenas are really fucked, but Hyena B, having lost sight of its charge, is now going to turn 5, 10, 15, 20 straight up to you. And is
Come to
gonna use
fucking
that
Papa.
moment to bite. No, shit, that didn't even go down the tower. That is a 12 to hit.
Nope.
Hyena C. I'm going to step up and try and bite Edgius. And that is a 16 to hit.
I'm going to reaction cast shield.
Nice.
As I turn to the hyena and like sweep my hand upwards, and as I do, I say, "I won't back down. Hey, baby, there ain't no easy way out. I won't back down." And just a shadowy, like glossy shield kind of emanates from my fingertips as I sweep it upwards, and it just blocks the slash from hitting me. As that doesn't hit, as I now have an AC of 18.
Absolutely, and had anybody been stood close to you that was a member of the party, they would have felt the icy cold as that shield comes up. But that is it, and the bite comes in, just catches on that shield, and you see one of the fangs just sort of snap off against it. And we are then over to Jewel.
Okay, trying again then, we'll move up 5, 10, and she kind of goes in with a sort of a quick run and then a knee slide,
Yep.
and we'll try and just cut the crap out of GPL. So that is going to be with the longsword again, 217 to hit.
Will hit.
Awesome. That is now with sneak attack, so will be whoa. Try that again. There we go. So that is 20 points of slashing damage.
Nice.
Edgius is like "Rah!" to it to distract it as you run up to get that sneak attack in.
And then again with that one, because it didn't work last time, now having used sneak attack, there will be a ghostly shadowy form passes through GPL as it's falling to deal 8 points of necrotic damage to Hyena C. Basically follows the path of
Edgius,
Jewel and carries on.
You would see this spectral, shadowy, phantom-like form of Jewel that just almost morphs and phases through the body as it then stabs into C, and there's this glow of energy as C's fur just goes white for a moment and then back to that brown. Now, I'm going to allow it on that turn to a point to note the longsword is not a finesse weapon. So should not
How does that work?
allow sneak attack. So when you attack with a finesse or ranged weapon, that's what gets you sneak
Aha!
attack.
Apologies.
Long
I shall
sword
remember that
does
from the
not
future.
count. No, that's fine. That's fine. I literally was checking that as we were speaking and then realised halfway
Cool.
through, so I'll allow it. It's fine. But just for future reference. Anything else in your turn?
I'm not in range of that one. No, I'm going to stay there.
Okay. Edgius.
Edgius is going to, like, though there are no eyes, Jewel, you can very much tell he's staring directly at you in the eyes and just tilts his head ever so slightly as if to say, "What the fuck, man?" And like shadow shit. And now I know why you've been avoiding me. And he's gonna turn. He's gonna turn back to the hyena and be like, "Look, I don't want to have to do this." And he's gonna just. I'm just gonna try and. I'm gonna cast True Strike and try and just deduce a little bit about this hyena, in a way that I could possibly maim it from, to deter it from attacking us. Is kind of what I'm looking to kind of gain from this True Strike, basically.
Okay.
So essentially,
so
I just get an advantage on an attack roll from learning a weakness about it, basically. But
you can sort of
I'm just trying to
see
work out
from
what
the gait of this creature that actually it's one of its legs is slightly weaker than the other three, and you see that as your weak point to go and strike with True Strike even. And you were readying an attack, or are you going to attack with it?
I actually that's my action, so I actually don't think I can attack based on that, based on bonus actions. No, I cannot. I shall. You know what? It's a fucking fight. Let's be real. I would move out the fucking way. I'm gonna take a step back. I'll take my opportunity attack, and I'm gonna move. A couple steps back, in hopes that I can come round to this side and kind of gain some cover on this side of the
5,
this
10,
side of the
15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, that's perfect. So there will be an attack of opportunity from C.
Yeah, give it to me.
That will hit. That's an unnatural 20.
I'll reaction shield again.
Okay. We are on the same go. No, we're not. No.
Oh, no, we're not.
So
No,
that's fine.
yeah, I was gonna say, yeah. Cool. Again, saying, I won't back down, baby. I won't.
Just back away.
And that'll be the end of my turn. As I turn to Kavan and go, how's it going?
Very good. Lex.
So, seeing Kavan kind of getting flanked and surrounded, what Kavan will see from the sky is what looks like two sparking balls of energy that have morphed. So you'll see one ball that sort of morphs into two as they start mortar striking towards GFY and Giant Hyena B. As what I've done, I've used my meta magic to twin a spell, and I cast Chromatic Orb at second level using my
Nice.
Damn.
So
Damn.
roll to hit with both. That is a 19 to hit for one. Oh god, fuck about. I'll use bonus action. I'll use magical guidance to re-roll that. Never mind. A 10 with the second one. So I'm probably going to miss one, aren't I?
I think your meta magic is a bonus action anyway, isn't it?
My magical guidance. I'm talking about my magical guide. Meta magic is a sorcery
Spend
point,
one
and then my
sorcery
magical
point.
guidance.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Is your?
So I've used 3 sorcery points so far.
That's fine. Which is not even a bonus action. That's ridiculous. Cool. So that was a 19 for which one, and a 10 to miss on the other one.
A 19 for GFY and a 10 for Hyena B.
Okay, roll damage, please.
Be good, be good, be good. 2 8s in there. Come on, 16. 21 points of lightning damage to GFY.
Oh yeah.
21 points of lightning damage with 2 hit points left. GFY just sees this coming and just and turns to ash.
And the other one just drops and fizzles out at Hyena Bee's feet.
And just that's GFY out. Anything else on your turn?
Yeah, I'm going to look to sneak into the tent so I can fuck some shit up next round.
Nice.
Hopefully they can't see me.
Make me a stealth check with advantage.
Okay. Alright. Oh, I'm glad you said advantage, because 17 on the second roll.
Very good, thank you. Cool.
I'm mainly
Callum's go
hiding
then.
from
Now
Kavan
you've just
because I
destroyed
killed one of
GFY.
his targets. That's what I'm doing.
Cool. Let me just look at Hex a minute. Bonus action to curse a new creature. Very good. So Hex is then going to bounce over to Giant Hyena C as a bonus action, and then Callum is going to Eldritch Blast this motherfucker with 2 beams. In fact, no, we'll just go 1 at each because it makes it simpler. So first one is a unnatural 20. Second one is an 18, both of which are going to hit. So the first one is 18. Second one is exactly the same, 18. So 18 points of damage to each of the hyenas, which, my friends, is enough. As Callum just stands there and goes, "Enough!" And these 2 magical beams of energy just into B and C.
I liked that one.
And we, my friends, are out of combat as hyenas and gnolls lay scattered around you, bloodied and decimated. Callum is going to look towards Aegeus. Yeah, no, go for it.
And is, even though it's dead, this hyena in front of him, and he just is just continually beating him with his quarterstaff and saying, "Bad dog, bad dog, bad," and just is fucking in a rage, just fucking literally beating it into mincemeat, and he can't really stop. He's just like in a rage of without even knowing that it's dead or anything, just completely losing control of himself.
Aegeus is going to turn to Kavan and go, "Stop!" as he casts Hold Person on him, just to freeze Kavan, and get him in a place of just relaxing instead of swinging this thing.
Let me go!
Tom, you got to make a wisdom saving throw. You got to make a wisdom saving throw.
A wisdom save
if you want to. Yeah.
That's 10. It's wisdom. It's an 11.
You're paralyzed as you.
So there's a moment where you bring the quarterstaff up for another strike and just freeze.
I freeze.
I'm just trying to figure out whether Lex has actually seen Aegeus derobe yet, or whether he thinks that's an enemy undead skull attacking Kavan. Would I have seen Aegeus come out of costume?
Make me an insight check, please.
Because this could get interesting. An 8.
Oh dear.
An 8.
Oh, here we go.
In the frenzy, you forget what you've seen and what's going on, and you see this skeleton, this walking skeleton in ripped leather and carrying a lute that looks somewhat familiar, but with a hand outstretched and holding somehow with arcane force Kavan in place, as Callum then just turns around and says, Edgius, you've got some explaining to do. Lex, in that moment, is there anything you wish to do?
So, as I'm preparing something, I hear Callum say, Edgius, what are you doing?
At the same time, Kavan's also saying, let me go, Edgius, because I've had this happen to me before. Edgius has actually done this to me in the past. So that happens as well.
Kavan, calm down, Kavan. Kavan, breathe. Remember, like what we said. Talk to me. Count to 10. Count to 10, remember.
Let me fucking go!
Come on, count to 10. You know the routine, man. Don't make me make me do this.
Fucking 10, now let me go!
No, backwards
and
from
then
10. 10 to 1.
And as he says that, it clicks in. And I look at him and I can kind of remember that we've been in this situation before. And things start de-escalating a little bit. I go from 100 to 90 to 80, and I say, 10! Fucking 9! Let me go! 8! 7! And I
7!
I keep counting down. And you can see the energy kind of releasing out of me. My shoulders start dropping a little bit. I actually lower the quarterstaff. And I actually see what I've been doing and see this just literally decimated animal in front of me.
And for anybody that's watching, you would see the eyes of Kavan that have bled purple with almost this sparking energy. They fade. The vines that are grown around just dissipate. And Edgius just slowly lets that whole person go as Kavan just calms.
And I slowly drop to my knees, and I'm just kind of there with my head down.
Edgius is going to walk over to Kavan and place a hand on his shoulder and go, "You did good tonight. You did real good. You did real good." And then he's going to turn to the rest and be like, "We have much to discuss, clearly."
As you turn around, there's a dagger close to you, to your neck. Yes, it seems we do. Quite a lot.
Explains why you got no ears. I realise I say out loud.
Edgius laughs.
Callum will enter into
you caught me there.
Callum will enter into the centre. My friends, let us be calm. We have all fought a valiant battle, but yes, answers are needed. Let there not be any more bloodshed tonight. Let us rest.
He doesn't have any blood.
We'll talk in the morning.
No.
Watch your mouth,
Let us not have any more bone shed tonight.
I shall go back to
sleep. I wasn't
sleep.
saying it in a threatening way. I was kind of saying it in a... I point out factual inconsistencies, so it was more like me correcting Callum than a threat, if you catch my drift.
We shall go back to sleep once you have told us.
Yeah, I'm pretty wide awake.
Edgius kind of looks to take a step towards like the fire as Jules kind of presses the knife a little bit closer. Edgius is like, look, there's a story here. It's not too long. I'd be happy to tell you guys. Just join me at the fire and we can talk.
And that, my friends, is where we are going to end tonight's session.
Nicely done.
Yeah.
We are
Nicely done,
a
boys.
little bit over, but that fight was awesome. So thank you so much for joining us once again. Tom, Bodhi, thank you again. It's been amazing. It's been emotional. It's been hilarious. It was brilliant. So we didn't have any winners for the Into the Veils PDF copies when that Kickstarter finishes, so we will roll that over to next week. If you have enjoyed tonight, then please tell your friends, get more people in here so we can do more in terms of giveaways. Thank you to the new follows tonight. That was amazing. Thank you, Fletch, for joining us in chat. Again, thank you, Tom and Bodhi, for being amazing. Thank you, Danny and Dave, for being epic, as always. I'm not going to labour this too much because we are a little bit over time tonight. But we will be back with episode 31 next week, same time, 7:30 p.m. UK time. Right here, live on Twitch. If you've joined us on YouTube or the podcast, thank you so much. Well, wait for episode 31 next Friday. And yeah, I think that's it for tonight. So we have been the Malt and Magic and
freaking moment of the stream. Dear God. Shout out to Danny for the lightning bolt. I just we can't end it without just bringing up that freaking lineup. That was so sick, dude.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
That was awesome.
It is awesome. When the sorcerer gets pissed, the sorcerer gets pissed. We've learned that through 30 episodes. So yes, with that being said, thank you so much. We've been the Malt and Magic and Home in the Dude crew. This has been episode 30 of Malt and Magic. We will see you same place, same time next week. Until then, stay safe. We love you all. See you next time.